Hi guys, today is April 26th, 2020, and we are doing the weekly card reading for this week or whenever you hear this message. And remember that Spirit will figure out a way for you to hear this message no matter when you are seeing it, whether it is the week that I just mentioned or it could be a year from now. But the message is here for you, so if it doesn't make sense, it's okay. Maybe take a note or two, maybe come back to the video, but I guarantee you if you are here now listening, it's something that you need to hear for your highest good. So we are using a different deck of cards today, and it's called the Soul's Journey cards. And I thought with everything that is going on, if it's the actual date when you're listening, basically we are all going through some kind of a lesson that we are to be learning. So maybe you already know what that is, maybe you're not sure, but we're going to pull a couple of cards and we're going to see what lessons, I guess on a collective, are coming through that a lot of people are working through. And if you choose card 1, card 2, or card 3, then that's more significant to what it is that you're working on right now. I just invite you to know that even if you're going through a tough time and an obstacle, that through that there's always a blessing on the other side. There's always a lesson. And can you look at what you're going through right now and just take the lesson and the blessing and leave everything else to the side? Because let go of what's no longer serving you, right? And just take away what it is that you can learn from it. So we're going to pull 3 cards. And I'm going to pull them now. We have card number 1, we have card number 2, and we have card number 3. And maybe what I invite you to do is, did you hear while I was saying that 1, 2, 3, did you hear like a number in the back of your head? Or maybe you just had a feeling. Either go with that, or you might feel, let me just hear the whole message. And maybe 3 lessons are for you as well. So we'll start with card number 1. Okay, card number 1 is Judgment. So one of the lessons that we're learning right now, especially if you chose card number 1, is judgment. Are you judging everything that's going on around you? Do you find yourself judging things that people say, judging things that people do? Maybe if it's not in your wheelhouse, or doesn't fit in with your set values or your morals, do you sit there and judge others? And I think we are all experiencing that to some extent. And what this card is asking you to do, I'll read the card to you. It says, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. And maybe, if you pulled this card, maybe it's asking you to really just step back as the witness, no judgment, and look at the situation. Or if you find yourself judging something, take that moment to say, what is bothering me about this right now? Because there's some sort of judgment that's rising up. Why am I judging this person? Why am I judging what they're saying? Why am I judging their actions? There's something in there that is being ready to surface and for you to see. Ask to be shown that. Ask to see that, because there's some reason why judgment has been coming up for you right now. So that's card number 1. And I can probably bet that all of us are on some level having a sense of looking at judgment that we might be doing in our life. Card number 2 is Happiness. And the card says, I'm aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. And so happiness, where do you find yourself happy? I mean, if you're looking at this message right now during April 26, 2020 week, or in that vein, in that area, you know that you are currently quarantined in your home. There is a coronavirus pandemic going on, and maybe there were exterior things that you did that you thought brought you happiness. But now you're home and you're, doing nothing. I mean, you might be doing things around the house and whatever, but you're not doing the things you used to do. So this is coming up to show you what really makes you happy. Is it outside stuff, or is it stuff on the inside that makes you happy? What makes you happy? Because that's what you're being asked right now to look at. What makes you happy? Find what makes you happy, go within. Find what makes you happy. And if you can't figure it out, that's okay. But there might be certain things that you didn't even realize right now. And that's why it's coming up for you, because happiness, fulfillment comes from within, not outside you. So that's card number 2. Card number 3 is upside down, and the word is balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. When we pull these cards, there's no mistake. Balance. How can you have balance in your life without having the judgment? Isn't that interesting? Card number 1 is judgment. Card number 3 is balance. Our universe, Mother Earth, has been completely unbalanced. So unbalanced that this had to happen for us to all come back to that connection with God, that connection with self. What really brings me happiness? Where inside me am I receiving that happiness, or am I always looking outside of me to get that happiness? Am I balanced? We have 2 sides to our bodies. We have the masculine side, the right side. We have the feminine side, the left side. The masculine side rules the actions that you take, things that you do. The feminine side is all the emotional side of the body. So this is more physical, this is more emotional. So are you so much in your emotions that maybe you don't take action? Are you so much in this masculine energy of I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to go here, I have to go there, that you don't feel your emotions? I don't know if you've been following me, but if you have, you know that I've been talking a lot about during this pandemic that we have to bring the feelings in the heart with what's in our minds and bring it together. You may hear or have a thought in your mind, but you don't want to feel it. Shove it under the rug. Maybe that has become such a habit for you. A thought, I don't want to feel it, shove it under the rug. But what has happened, each individual person has been doing that and has created this ripple effect into our universe that we have become so unbalanced that we have to bring it back. Bring it back to each individual self. Now, how many of us will actually do the work? Only God knows. I hope that each and every person is doing their part, whether it's this much or this much, in order to do the work, in order to lessen the judgment, in order to find within what brings you the happiness, so that we can kind of balance out each other, ourselves, each other, and then the whole entire universe. When a card shows up upside down, that's my symbol for this is important. This is very important to pay attention to. And we have become so out of balance in our world. If you picked card number 3, you're very out of balance. So this card is asking you to bring it back and bring balance back into your life. So what am I asking you to do? I'm asking you to feel how you feel. But I'm asking you to not get so attached to your emotions that it creates this level of imbalance. I'm asking you to use discernment. If somebody says something and it doesn't really feel right to you, well, maybe it's just not right for you, and that's okay. A lot of times we all are probably guilty of doing things we don't want to do. This is asking you to come back to that within. What brings me happiness? Do I want to do this? And if I don't want to do this, I'm going to feel that so that I don't do it. I'm going to do what aligns most with me, myself, and I, and God. This is also bringing us back to prayer, praying to God for what is in your highest good. Because when we each do what is in our highest good, that ripples this balance of we're all doing what's in our highest good for each other as well as for ourselves. It's a ripple effect. So I hope that this served you today. I hope that this made sense. Of course, if you have any questions, if you want to have more of a personal conversation with regards to what came up today, maybe you want to dig deeper, I'm always here to do personal appointments with you. Please reach out. I have a free meditation series. If you haven't seen it yet, there's 4 different meditations and you can take a look at them. They're 10 to 15 minutes maximum. And the purpose of them is maybe a session is not something that you can afford right now, but you need a little bit of support. Go on and look at them. Take a look at the YouTube channel. Whichever one you pick is probably the one that you need. There's one where you can meet your guardian angel, possibly, if you are ready. There's one where you're just clearing and you're doing cord cutting. And then there's one where you are going to clear the chakra system. So maybe do one of those. And of course, if you want to do something more in a deeper way and more personal to you, please reach out as well. I hope that this message served you, and I wish you a great day, a great week. Stay safe and stay home. Bye.